All right, so we're going to show you a couple ways how to get to the boss fights. As you can see, you'll have these supply drops that drop all over the map. There's different tiers for them. This one is glowing blue, so when I look into it,
that's not.
I was about to say, I was like, wow.
No, you do not get Mosasaurus out of supply drops.
Yeah, so this is like some of the items that you would typically find in a blue tier supply drop. Now, once I take all of these items out, the supply drop is going to dissipate. It's going to disappear. So the bottom 4 is just the items that I can remove. The top 2 rows, you can craft a tech replicator, you can craft a cryo fridge and cryopods. You can craft those here at the supply drop. I also have access to go to a boss fight. Now you have different tier boss fights. Is it the Mega first?
You got the Brood Mother, which is the Gamma, which is green. You got Beta, which is blue, and then you got Alpha, which is red. As you can see, when you highlight them, they have different requirements. Gamma always is just artifacts. It's the easiest one to do. Beta is going to have tributes that you're going to need, but it's only 5 of each tribute. And then Alpha, you will need 10 of each tribute, but you can hover over it, see the different type of tributes. We will do a video later on the best way to gather these tributes, and a video on how to get the artifacts and each location of the artifacts. But also another thing with these supply drops is certain color supply drops will have certain items. So if you get a blue supply drop, sometimes it might even have armor pieces, or if yellow has supply drops, or they might just have certain weapons. So certain colors will have certain type of items. I believe blue is crafting and structures.
They're constantly falling and they're all over the map. So if you have the RG or the Pteranodon, then you can get to these supply drops pretty easily, but it takes a second to jump off your dino, open up the supply drop, and then take the materials inside. So you want to check the area before you land next to a supply drop to make sure there's not a high-level dino that's going to take you out. But yeah, one way to access the boss fights is here at supply drops.
Gotta watch out for sneaky little snakes too, because there might be a little sneaky little snake behind
It could be.
with a bowl in his hand.
Yeah, if you're playing PvP.
Yeah, if you're playing PvP, watch out. People will camp supply drops.
So also other places to access boss fights. We'll just teleport to one. Here, you want to teleport us to one?
Yeah, the obelisk.
Yep. So around the map, you will see these giant floating structures. Several places.
We're gonna go to green.
Okay.
Green obelisk.
These
I might crash.
These floating structures are known as obelisks. See it here? There's a light beam coming down. This is the green one, and this the obelisk will give you.
Get me out of here!
What are you? Stop toying around.
I'm so fat. I'm stuck.
Can I hit you?
Oh, you gotta love modded art. Okay, this doesn't usually happen, but I'm embarrassed. I'm fat shame.
Wow, really dancing on that pole there.
Yeah. All
right, so this.
Somebody come get her.
Somebody come get her. All right, so this is an obelisk. This is the green obelisk. It's found right here next to the swamp area, and we're playing on the island map. This will also give you access to the boss fights. Now, this is also a storage container going into the terminal. You have access to store your items here. So if you know that you're getting ready to go, let's say you're gathering items for
Here, let's go to Red Obelisk and we can show them.
Okay. Yeah.
So on our server, we use Red Obelisk, where everybody that's part of the community will go and drop their tributes if they're not using them. And show you real quick. So if you look inside, this is obviously a private server, so you're not going to see this on normal Ark because people will steal your tributes. But
yeah, you can see we've slowly been gathering resources, getting ready for the next boss fight. So that way, you know, you can kind of keep up with which resources you have and which ones you need to go out and look for. And we will be doing a video on where to find all these artifacts and resources. Most of them are pretty self-explanatory. Like the Giga Heart, you just kill a Giga and you're able to harvest the heart off of it. It'll show up in your inventory. Same for the UD lungs and what is this, Allosaurus brain? So
yeah, there's Allosaurus brains. This is for the dragons. Gonna be obviously the hardest boss to kill. The Broodmother is the easiest. Dragon is the hardest. The Megapithecus is it's alright. But with some good Rexes, certain tames are perfect for certain bosses. So Broodmother, obviously, if you use Megatheriums, they have a buff against spiders. So they're great for that, as well as you can cheese some of these bosses. You can find spots with shotguns, but that's a whole other video. But for us, we mostly just use Rexes, and also with Theres. You can also bring a Doed, but that's getting really deep into the boss fights. Whatever your preference is, just something with high damage, high saddles, and you'll do just fine. You do have to get into the underwater to get Tusos, to kill Tusos for the dragon, so that's more for your advanced Ark players and those that are ready to brave the deep.
Yeah, water scares me. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So, but you also see, you know, when you're getting to the point to where you have so many dinos that you're getting ready to start cryoing some of them, it'll help you save on having to constantly farm and put food in your troughs. But you can see that you're also able to create your cryo fridge and your cryopods here. So yeah, this gives you access to your boss fights, which is what you're ultimately working up to. Per each Ark map. So yeah. All right, so the last boss that you're going to be looking at after you complete the bosses that you can reach at the loot drops and the obelisk, the last boss is going to be right here inside of this volcano. Now you can fly in through the top of the volcano, or you can go up the side of the mountain. There is a little bit of a trail coming up the mountainside, and this will lead you to the tech terminal on the inside, and this is the final boss. Takes you to the overseer. The reason it is the final boss is because in order to access him, you have to have the trophies of the first 3 bosses. So you can see that there's 3 different levels for the overseer. You had the easiest level, which is the gamma, then you got beta, then you got alpha, and each cost a sort of like a representative of what level it is. So the overseer is the final boss of the level. Once you beat him, then you're free to move on to the next map or continue to rule this one. So, but wanted to put this in here because the tributes are a little bit different, but they're pretty much your reward that you get from the previous bosses. So, Austin, you got anything to add about the overseer?
Yeah, we'll talk about the overseer. You'll see a huge difference in skill cap compared to the alpha dragon. Just make sure you're really prepared with the overseer and what you bring in there.
Okay, cool. And we'll have a video on fighting the overseer here before too long. So I think that's it. don't know. Is there anything else we should throw in this video?
No. I mean, we just a quick look at how to get to bosses.
All right. All right. So thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you in the next one. Like and subscribe.